budget itself. Now, these schemes all, we're familiar with several of them. Do these provide the answers, kind of structural changes that are required in agriculture that you might have thought that a government with this kind of mandate might want to adopt? And it's an open question. I'm sure that those who believe that this is the right set of things to do will find comfort in them. There are others, and I certainly belong to that other part, where I think we've missed an opportunity again to begin to think about the political economy of these reforms and begin to start building support for a much more efficient and competitive agriculture that would give the kinds of returns to those who want to stay on and can stay on in agriculture. A few words about monsoon variability, and now I'm coming very much to the present, thinking about the southwest monsoon, which has had both state-wise variation, quite substantial. Welcome, Pooja. Please join us. We started without you. We apologize for that. We thought we had such a lovely audience, we didn't have them waiting. But welcome. So spatial variation has been quite substantial, with about 16 states below the rainfall distribution, deficient in rainfall. And this has also been temporal, where from about 5th June to the 17th of July, we've seen a significant difference between the actual rainfall and the long period average that the meteorological department calculates. So that the present situation doesn't look terribly good in terms of what we will get from this monsoon and therefore the impact on the current agricultural season. We see that a little bit in the area sown under Kharif, which is lower in 2019 versus 2018. And that's obviously not true, but it's also universally true for everything pretty much except sugarcane and cotton. So that we expect that this is going to create problems in agriculture that we have yet to see. So the key questions then that I think we should pose to ourselves and think about is PM Kisan is the bulwark of what is planned for agriculture, at least for this year. It's a support program, but the question is, will it lead to productivity increases? Will it improve structural factors and reduce inefficiencies, improve incentive for more productive production and sale thereafter? I think it remains to be seen. Does the budget tackle the kinds of falling incomes, weather risk, weak sentiment issues? Is there a resolve, and are there programs that are being developed to work much more closely with the states, where of course agriculture is their purview? And are there programs that will tackle structural issues in agriculture? NITI is apparently producing a policy, a new policy for agriculture, which I think we will all be anticipating with great interest, because that perhaps will show the kind of direction that the government and agricultural policy will take. We had a big effort in the last 5 years in doubling farmers' income. My own institution was a member of the committee that did a lot of the background work. I think there are a large number of volumes that have been produced, except one reference to doubling farmers' income, and I mentioned that in my presentation. There really hasn't been any reference to it in the budget speech itself. And of course, climate change is an issue that we have to worry about. So that's sort of the roundup of agriculture that I wanted to present to you. I myself don't think that we have tackled the real problems in agriculture, and those remain yet to be done. I hope that they can be done beyond the budget, which of course is always possible to do. Let me come to industry. The service sector in industry has slowed down since 2015-16, and industrial growth has been volatile. We kind of know these numbers. The average growth of gross capital formation was also low, so we have an investment issue and a sentiment issue in industry. The big hope was that this budget would, given the fact that there isn't a lot of fiscal space, and indeed less space than even perhaps showed in the budget documents that Ratin referred to, given that monetary transmission is a problem, that bold structural measures would persuade industry and investors to really invest in the country's future. And the question then is, has that happened? This slide in industrial activity that I just mentioned is continuing in manufacturing and of course in general. And we see these kinds of volatility that we have seen in the past. In 10 out of the last 24 quarters, capital goods have shown negative year-on-year growth. The Purchasing Managers Index for manufacturing and services has declined in 2019-20 in Q1 for manufacturing services and the composite index. So these are all indicative of lack of confidence in the future, which is not a good place to be where you want to get to 7% growth again or 8% growth. NCR's own work on the Business Sentiment Index, Business Confidence Index, shows that the political confidence index is solid low, and the Business Confidence Index is also, I'm sorry, I'm missing a chart, but the Business Confidence Index is showing the same kind of pattern. So let's look at the announcements in 2019 that the budget speech made. They estimate a 20 lakh crore every year investment, and of course, many new financial instruments have been announced to facilitate that. Invoicing of GST invoices, corporate tax, 25% now extended to 400 crores as opposed to the 200 crores, which supposedly will cover 99% of firms. Tourism, development, Pradhan Mantri Karam Yogi, Mandhan scheme, pension benefit, public sector enterprise to monetize ISRO's new technology, entrepreneurship and startups, encouragement to startup, to resolve the age-old tax issue. There's going to be a special television channel for startups, expansion of women self-help groups, the Stand Up India scheme has been continued. There's mega investment in sunrise and advanced technology areas with a lot of foreign investors being invited through competitive bidding in all these areas that are new technologies. Electrical vehicles get a big push with a reduction in the GST from 12 to 5%, things like that. Beyond that, in the more traditional areas, in customs duty, a range of customs duty increases to protect industry and particularly medium and small enterprises, and you have a whole list of them here. A few areas where there's some duty reductions, some electrical vehicle exemptions, all of this adding up to a kind of retrogression or kind of retreating back into the kind of license protection Raj that we talked about. I see Swami in the audience, and Swami has really asked the question in one of his op-eds, does this budget render India more competitive or not? And his conclusion, I tend to agree with him, that it actually doesn't. It doesn't do all the things in land, in labor, that we need to do in terms of moving away from subsidies, in terms of moving away from passenger subsidies to then account for freight. So all of these things, that is higher freight charges in railways to subsidize passenger travel, these are things that are structural and lead to a high-cost economy, and we are not able to tackle these. Perhaps because state elections continue on a roll, and in a sense, we really are not out of the election season, and that to some extent poses a serious set of issues. The budget proposed, and I will end with this slide, in the budget speech, the finance minister said that this is setting out a number of initiatives as part of a framework for kickstarting the virtuous cycle of domestic and foreign investments. My sense is that the budget doesn't quite measure up to this promise. Does it spur an India that can compete? I don't think so. I mentioned some of the areas in which laws have to be changed, which hasn't been tackled as yet. The economic survey focuses on an export-led growth strategy, but the budget speech talks about import substitution, talks about curbing non-essential imports, talks about protection. So there's a disconnect here in terms of the strategy that is being thought about. A big question is global value chains. Firms that are exiting China because of the US-China trade dispute, they're going to Laos, they're going to Vietnam, they're going to Bangladesh. Are we being able to attract enough of them to India? This is a golden opportunity for us. Are we missing the bus? So let me end here. Thank you very much.
It's so delayed for reasons that are beyond my control. Our next speaker is Dr. Rajat Kathuria, and he's going to be speaking on how far the budget goes in helping the Indian economy open up further. I'm guessing he's going to build on the points already made by Dr. Shah in terms of the custom duty hikes with single sort of redux pre-1991 era. And perhaps we'd of course like to listen to Ratan's views on this later on the sovereign bonds issue, foreign currency denominated foreign bonds, but perhaps you'd also like to speak about that. And related issues with capital account convertibility. Do we have a roadmap, or is this just desperation because of a slow savings rate which is not commensurate with the investment needs of the economy, the borrowing needs of the economy, and an extremely stretched fiscal position, tax revenue collections not keeping pace with expenditures, and so the proposal for sovereign bonds, does that show us that we are moving ahead on capital account convertibility, or actually just looking for more options in desperation?
And it's a pleasure to speak on this panel where all the five institutions come together at least once a year. And I keep saying this every year, and I'll say it again this year. We should do this more often. So, indeed, Pooja, you guessed right. I'm going to build on what sort of Shekhar said, and we concluded with in terms of the hikes in customs duties. And I'll try and be a little more reflective on where we are going. I've titled my presentation, Trade, Telecoms and Tax. Trade because that's what